Okay, so today we're going to talk about what I consider to be a massive, massive problem, and it just makes me mad, man. This makes me mad. It's gross. This is a 9.0. Yeah, this is a huge 9.0 problem. Before 9.0, before we had unlimited alerts, we had alerts that were on a 6-hour rotation, and we had far less alerts available to us, like way less. And yet we still managed to get all three. We had a limit of 3 alerts a day, 3 alerts over a 24-hour period. The way it worked is you would have 3 alerts, and every time you did an alert, it would go on a 24-hour cooldown, and you couldn't do that alert again until that 24 hours was up. So in the best case scenario, you would get 3 alerts a day, which of course I always did. Why? Because alerts are V-Bucks. Okay, so we're talking about V-Bucks here, and this is a really sore subject because this was our primary source of getting V-Bucks. Now you may say, well, you know, you're not owed V-Bucks, but that's not really true. That's not true at all. See, the thing with this game is that this is a pay game. You paid for this game, and this is not a pay to win game. This is a game where it kind of is pay to win, but it's not, because they give you a free option. Now, the way that this works is that if you want to get to power level 131, you have to open llamas. You have no choice. If you want to get mythic survivor leads in order to max out your character to 131, you have to open llamas, meaning you have to have V-Bucks. So the only way for this game to not be a pay to win pile of garbage is if they give you a free option. And there was a free option. You get V-Bucks, you get like 50 to 100 V-Bucks a day by doing your daily quest. And you have formerly had 3 alerts a day. And the 3 alerts could vary from 25 V-Bucks all the way up to 40 V-Bucks. And you would get 3 of them every single day. Now, the way that the alerts has worked in the past is that with those 6-hour rotations, the amount of V-Bucks that you actually see in a day is actually always more than 3. You will inevitably get 3 V-Buck missions completed and then see more V-Buck missions come up and be unable to do them because you've already used up your alerts. So you were basically always guaranteed to get your 3 V-Bucks. 3 V-Buck missions a day. The best safe case scenario was to get 3 Twine Peak V-Buck missions a day, which was harder to do, but doable. And in that case, you would get 40 V-Bucks 3 times, which is 120 V-Bucks. So you would also get 100. You could get between 50 and 100 V-Bucks for your daily quest. So in the worst case scenario, you would get 25, 25, 25, 75 V-Bucks plus the 50 daily, which is 125 total V-Bucks a day. Then, in the best case scenario, you would get 40, 40, 40 plus the 100 Twine Peaks V-Buck mission, which is 40, 40, 40 is 120 plus 100 is 220. So you can get between 125 and 220 V-Buck missions every single day, consistently. So now we have the 9.0 patch come around, and the 9.0 patch takes away our 6-hour rotations on alerts. So we have less rotations. Whatever we see is now a 24-hour rotation. So whatever you see that day is what it is. Now they added way more alerts available to us, like way more than we would have got with the 6-hour rotation. However, even with the system the way it is, the V-Buck missions are completely shot. Completely shot. I've been putting off doing this video. When I first heard about this system, I was immediately concerned about the V-Buck issue. Like immediately. I just had a feeling. I was like, this sounds like a disaster. But I wanted to hold off and I wanted to get some data. I wanted to give it some time to see what the trend was, to see what the Vbuck drop rates was, and to see what, what's the deal? What is the deal with the V-Bucks? Is it going to be fair? Are we going to get at least 3 a day, right? If we would have got 3 V-Bucks a day minimum, or maximum, whatever, 3 a day, we would have all been satisfied. We're like, okay, status quo. It's the same. We're not any different off. We're still getting our 3 V-Buck missions a day. Life is okay. Life is good. We get to enjoy this new content because this new content is a vastly, vastly superior system to what we were using. It blows the old system out of the water. There are so many upsides and amazing things about this new incredible map. Just so many more missions, so many level brackets, so many reward options. It's amazing. It's incredible. But now, with 7 days worth of data under my belt, here's the way it is. There have been 2 days that gave us, there have been 0 days that have given us 3 or more V-Bucks. 0. Not once in the 7-day cycle have we seen 3 V-Bucks or more in the rotation. And keep in mind that in the past, during a 6-hour cycle, I have seen 7 V-Bucks in one rotation. And it was a much, much, much smaller list of alerts. Like a way smaller. Here, we have a massive, massive, overwhelming list of alerts. And somehow, the highest that we have seen is under 3. So we've never seen 3 or more ever in the 7 days that we've been watching this. 2 times out of those 7 days, we got 2 V-Bucks. Under par. Okay, but not good. 2 times out of those 7 days, we got 1 V-Buck. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. And 3 times out of those 7 days, we got absolutely nothing. Nothing. We got completely wrecked. We got 0 V-Bucks. We got 2, 2, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. In a game that requires you to spend V-Bucks in order to get the Mythic Survivor leads and Legendary Survivors necessary to become a max level character, this is a joke. This is an absolute joke. We should be getting a minimum of 3 V-Buck missions a day. And we are getting an average of under 1. We got 6 total V-Bucks out of 7 days calculated. That is a straight up disaster. And this cannot stand. Absolutely cannot. This is a complete joke. In a game that requires you to have V-Bucks to progress, we have to have a free option to be able to grind out V-Bucks and get V-Bucks, unless they want to change the system and start, if they want to get rid of the V-Buck system, they're going to have to completely revamp the progression of this game and make it disconnect it entirely from loot llamas. Because right now, loot llamas are the only way to progress, to get the survivors and the Mythic Survivor leads necessary to max out. So yeah, I'm really upset. I'm really frustrated. I'm really hoping that this is just an oversight on the part of Epic, that there was somebody didn't tick a box, or I really want to I hope that this was not on purpose. I hope this was an oopsie, because this feels really shady, feels really gross. You know, I mean, V-Bucks were already, you know, a really grindy process. You could only get 3 a day. You know, 125 to 220 V-Bucks a day is you know, it's not a lot. It's not a lot, but it's free, right? It's a free to play option. So you do have that progression there, and it does provide a time gate to progression, which I'm totally fine with. I think that the game is a grindy game. It's about grinding, and this in itself is its own progression, and that's cool. But what's happening right now is not progression. This is just stagnation. We're dead in the water. We're getting nowhere, you know. under 1 V-Buck a day is like, you know, we're talking 75 to 90 V-Bucks a day, which is just will never get you any llamas ever. So Epic, please fix this. Please acknowledge that this was actually a mistake and that you guys didn't do this on purpose. I really I really hope this was just an error, just an oversight. But this definitely needs to be fixed immediately, because we have a lot of frustrated, angry people. And they've been pushing me to do this video for the entire week because everyone was worried about it. And sure enough, every day was another day of them coming to me and being like, Vash, what the heck? And I'm like, I know, but give it a week, man. Give it a week so we can get some numbers, so we can actually be like, hey, look, there's a problem. So, look, hey, there's a problem. Please fix it. All right, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this Vbuck overview for the new 9.0 patch. This is a little bit of a disaster, but I'm confident that with Magus and the dev team's help, that we're going to have this fixed in no time. So if you make sure you spread this video, you know, make sure all your friends watch it, make sure everyone watches it, get some exposure, share this with your friends, share it everywhere. Make sure this video blows up. We need to get some attention to the subject and get it fixed right away. So if you like this, make sure you like and subscribe, guys. Ring that little bell. Make sure you give this a thumbs up. And leave a comment down below and let me know what your thoughts are on this subject. Let me know everything that you guys are thinking about this. Are you frustrated? Are you not frustrated? You know, let me know what your guys' perspective is on this this situation. And yeah, if there's any other videos you'd like me to cover, just yeah, give me a shout in the comments, and I will get you back. All right, guys, I'll see you next time.